The Bay Furnace Campground is a federal Forest Service campground located in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, just north of Christmas. The campground sits right along the Lake Superior shoreline and is a very popular campground for people traveling north, many of whom wish to see the northern lights with the spectacular northern view of the sky. There are 50 campsites available here at the Bay Furnace Campground, and they are $22 a piece. Each campsite has a fire ring and a picnic table, and water is located throughout the campground conveniently for the campers staying here. There is a sign posted warning of black bear in the area. However, it is a rare situation when a black bear actually does wander into the area due to the high population around the campground. Before we check out the awesome day use area, we're going to take a look at some of the campsites here. And you can see, starting right off with this campsite, most of them are big campsites, plenty big enough for large rigs and several tents, depending on what your camping preference is. The campground is settled into a stand of large red pines, making it seem very remote and giving it the appearance that you are buried in the middle of the woods instead of along the shoreline of Lake Superior and just outside of Munising. Throughout the campground, like I said, there are water spigots, and each water spigot has a billboard with camper information on it. When I visited the campground, there were very few sites that were actually empty. Like I said, this is a pretty popular campground, so in case you travel up here and the campground is full, make sure you have a backup plan. Most of the campsites offer a nice amount of shade and a nice pad to park your vehicle or rig on, and are nicely spaced out so you're not sitting right on top of your neighbor. The outhouses are improved outhouses, and you don't have to worry about walking to an old shack that has smell issues. There are two different loops to this campground, and some of the sites on the second loop that I'm going to walk here are a little bit more open. It's more of a meadow setup, and you can definitely see your neighbors and hear your neighbors better. These sites would be much more ideal for a group situation where you have neighbors that you know and you want to have interaction with them, or if you have children in multiple groups and you want the children to be able to easily get from site to play. We're going to take a look at this site here. Again, incredibly deep. It would be no problem to get a large rig in. As you can see in this site, there's space to park your rig, plenty of space for extra parking, and for tents in the background. There is a waste disposal station for vehicles. And now we're going to take a look from the drone at the day use area. I launched the drone directly from the day use area, and from here you have a small beach that is pretty rocky. Wouldn't be that great for swimming or playing. However, it gives a great view of Grand Island. And as I mentioned earlier, many people sit here in the evenings hoping to see the northern lights off in the north sky. I'm going to fly around here. It's very still and very quiet. It'd be an excellent opportunity for kayakers or canoers to go out into the water and paddle around, do some fishing. Keep in mind, however, that there is no boat launch here at the campground. The nearest one is about 10 miles out of the way back towards Munising, and you would have to drive your boat back to this location. There is also no dock and no area to tie your boat up. You just have to pull it up to the shore and park it on the sandy rocks. That's why I feel it's much more suitable to have kayaks or canoes that you could easily carry back to your campsite. This location is also very popular for campers because it's so close to the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshor, as well as access to several different waterfalls in the area, as well as the Alger Underwater Preserve that draws a lot of attention in the summertime. This campground is also a great stay if you are on your way to the Porcupine Mountains and you don't want to make the entire drive all in one day.